goo.
That's what she said.
I think I'm gonna
Krakatoa.
open it here. Oh God! All right.
Oh God, this smells.
That is also what she said.
raspberry.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I hope this is blue. I hope this
Mhm.
beer is blue.
Is it blue? Dabu G
It's blue.
WI?
It's blue.
Oh, good. All right. Well,
Wow.
John pours his blue beer. I just want to welcome everybody to an extremely, very extraordinarily special episode of the Beard Owl podcast because I am here. I am Lauren. John is here. John, are you still John?
I think so.
Okay, cool. And we have guests, John and Adam, and I am just going to let them introduce themselves because I'm crap at introducing people. So welcome, guys.
Hi, I'm John. I used to be Rachel, but now I'm John. No, I've always been John. And I do a podcast called the Blast from Our Past podcast with my brother Adam.
And that's me. I'm Adam. I do a podcast with my brother John, and it's called the Blast from Our Past podcast, but then also Throwback Trivia Takedown, which is a trivia-based podcast that is all nostalgia-based as well.
Ooh, well, we love nostalgia here at the Beard Owl podcast. I think that's pretty much all we do. We talk beer, Weird Al, and nostalgia, correct? Well, today, this episode is being released on Weird Al's birthday. So, as you are listening to this, people, today, Weird Al turned 61.
Wow.
Maybe the sexiest number of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
61.
61.
My wife asked me for a 61 one time, and I
My wife asked for a Weird Al one time.
Oh, God, what kind of move would that even be?
I'm sure
A lot
whatever it
of
is, I'm
arm
sure it's
flailing.
going to include easy cheese.
Yeah.
Oh, easy cheese. All right, well, speaking of easy cheese, today
It's
we are...
an excellent source of calcium, and there's no need to refrigerate.
Oh, God, I can already tell this episode is going to go off the rails real fast. But today we're talking about Weird Al's 1989 cinematic masterpiece, UHF. And in honor of that, we all are eating Twinkie Wiener Sandwiches.
Spray the cheese,
Yay.
John. Spraying it right now.
Oh, my Lord. So, yeah, for those who don't
There.
know, and
There
If
it
you-
goes.
if you don't know what a Twinkie Wiener Sandwich is, I don't know why you're listening to this podcast, but if you don't know what a Twinkie Wiener Sandwich is,
I'll pick that.
it's Bob's favorite food. And George
Mhm.
in UHF makes a Twinkie Wiener Sandwich to try and cheer Bob up. It is a hot dog in a Twinkie with spray cheese. And so in honor of UHF and Weird Al's birthday, we're all going to eat this monstrosity. So give us a moment while we see how this goes. And we'll
Oh,
let you know what we think.
If you don't like the sound of chewing, now is
Yeah.
not the time to
I'm,
listen.
Yeah.
I'm going to take
Yeah,
it a
don't
step
listen.
further, if you don't mind. Oh, yeah. Only because I noticed in UHF that Weird Al dipped his in milk. So I've got some milk here, and I'm going to go
Oh.
full hog
No.
here.
No. Mm-mm.
Oh, Lord.
That was pretty good.
It's,
I'm not going to lie.
it's not terrible, right?
It's
Yeah,
not the worst
um,
thing I've ever had.
Yeah. Well, it's like, people eat those Hawaiian buns, the sweet buns with burgers and hot dogs nowadays.
Mhm.
No different. No different.
If it,
Yeah.
if it didn't have the cream,
A
it would
little
be better.
different.
Yeah.
A little different.
It's the cream. I knew going into this that the cream was going to be the thing that threw me most about this.
Yeah, absolutely. The texture of the Twinkie and the cream with the hot dog is probably the most unpleasant part about it.
But it's not the worst thing I've ever eaten.
Yeah, it's not the best either.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
But I would say it's surprisingly okay. It didn't make me vomit. I finished the whole thing.
I did too.
Yeah.
6
I'm
out of 10
debating.
probably would never make it again.
Yeah. Well, John, you did a thing where you did your hot dog was too long for one Twinkie.
Oh
Which-
yeah, I did a big brain moment. I had 2 Twinkies and 1 hot dog.
Oh my God, that's a
Impressive.
movie ready to be made.
That's American right there. That's what I would say.
Oh God. All right. So now we've eaten that. That's out of the way.
I elected for the cheddar easy cheese, not the American easy cheese.
Okay. That's what we have.
I have sharp cheddar delish. It's a pasteurized cheese snack.
We all went. We had
Yeah.
American. One had cheddar. One had sharp cheddar. Look at that.
Yeah, I like a
Okay.
good sharp
We're a
cheddar.
diverse group. Yeah.
And I had a an Oscar Mayer Angus beef hot dog.
John, what do we have?
I don't remember.
I think the cheapest one you can find. I don't. Yeah.
I had Sabrettes.
Those are good. They're good hot dogs. All right, we've eaten that.
I apologize. I brought a mint because I knew the aftertaste was not going to do well.
And I brought beer.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
I'll wash it down with a beer. Yeah.
Yes.
To our beers, before we get into talking about UHF, as we do, this is the Beard Owl podcast, so we all have beers today, and I'm just going to very quickly talk about what mine is, and then we'll let everybody talk about their beer. I have gone with a nice underrated classic. It's the Dogfish Head Slightly Mighty Low Cal IPA, and it's very good. And I figured I was kind of in it for the long haul today, so I've got 2 of these, but they're only 4%. So I figured I could have 2 while we do this and enjoy myself. It's good. It tastes like what you would imagine a low calorie IPA would taste like.
A light IPA.
Yeah.
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 It's kind of been my everyday drinker for the last couple weeks.
It's good.
Not every day, but you know what I mean.
Your flagship there. So John, I was rude. I'm gonna make you be polite. Let's let our guests talk about their beers briefly.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, well, I'm the only one that drinks out of the 2 of us.
I'm drinking a nice 2020 Powerade Zero.
Oh, very nice.
Nice.
Very nice.
What's the sugar content on that? 0.
I believe it is
0
0.
SPV.
0. Yeah. And for me, because right before this, John picked me up from the airport because I had to come over here to Vegas to where he is, even though I live in Georgia, and we were like, oh crap, we got to get beer. We're already like right at the edge, so he just flew into a 7-Eleven, and I ran inside and grabbed one thing that I thought is good. Actually, one thing I do like. It's a Firestone Walker 805. It's from Paso Robles, California. It's a very solid, simple, easy drinking beer right here. I think it's an ale. I think it's like a regular ale of some type. Yeah, it even says ale on it. But it's one I've had actually multiple times before, but it is tasty. It's an easy, good to drink beer.
Oh, good. Well, see, we've gone with easy, good to drink beers. John, have you gone with a difficult beer?
Maybe. So usually I pair the beer like somehow to tie in to whatever we're talking about, the song or whatever. But today I chose to pair it to go along with our guests. You guys are all about nostalgia, right? Mm-hmm. And so I have the Artisanal Brewworks Warheads Extreme Sour Blue Raspberry.
Whoa!
It tastes exactly like the Blue Raspberry Warheads candy.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Which is why when I opened it and poured it, I was hoping that it was going to be blue. It is.
It is.
It is very blue. It's very deep blue.
Yeah. Later, can we get an update on what your pea color is too? Because I feel like it's going to change because of that.
I'll tell you during your podcast.
Okay.
Oh my god! I want to know if that'll make your tongue turn blue.
Yeah. Do you like the sours, the gozes, that kind of stuff?
I do.
Yeah.
That's really my wife's go-to. If it's not a cider, she likes a sour or a goze. And since she kind of found that that's what she likes, I've kind of been turned on to them a little bit more. They're not my favorite style, but they're not my least favorite. I rated this particular one a 4. I think it did a really good job of getting that candy flavor.
Out of 5, out of 100? Out of what?
Out of 5.
Okay, just making sure I got the context.
Yeah. We check all of our beers on this app called Untapped, and it's a scale of 0 to 5.
Yeah,
I do the same. I do something. I check in my whiskeys with a whiskey app as well. I'm a whiskey dude.
Oh, there you go.
Perfect. Cool. So we all do that. So all right, we've eaten the Twinkie Wiener Sandwiches. Now that we're all full of that. And I think it was appropriate that we started this episode with it because the movie basically starts with the Twinkie Wiener Sandwich. That's like one of the first things that happens. So that's one of the first things that happens here. So I know that I watched UHF last night.
Yes, same here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Same. And I watched it twice on the plane on the way here from Atlanta.
Oh, nice.
So I finished it. It was like halfway through the flight, and I was like, might as well just watch it again. So I did.
Now, did anything different pop out to you in your 2 subsequent viewings?
That's a good. Yeah. How much depth is in? Usually, you don't think about that kind of stuff with UHF. Depth But I mean, there are little like contextual things. Like there's so many little jokes. I would say I noticed. I don't know. There's just like some little things in the background, or yeah. I'm trying to struggle.
I put you on the spot.
Yeah, you did, but it's okay. This is a podcast. I should have been ready. I'm the one who said I watched it twice. I don't know. I'm not sure I can say that was for sure, but I got plenty out of it both times because it's that amazing of a film.
Yeah.
How about that? Spoiler alert.
It's so good. I watched it last night. I've watched it a ton of times. I don't think the last time I watched it, I think was last June. I watched it the night before I went to see Weird Al and did the whole VIP thing with him. I just needed to get myself in that space, so I watched UHF. Then I watched it again last night. Yeah.
Can I call out the idiocy of the RJ? Oh my God, I just watched this movie and I forgot the guy's last name.
RJ Fletcher.
RJ Fletcher. So he knew that the U62 was selling all of their shares publicly. He could have gone and bought up all these shares and owned a majority of the company and just still taken it down. But he just sat there. He actually could have he could have spent less money buying a majority share of the company or having like one of his sons or somebody else doing it, incognito. And instead he sat around being an idiot. Like he had them in the palm of his hands and he let them slide right out.
Yeah. But I mean, did it even need to be incognito? I mean, if it's a publicly shared company, can you deny someone buying a share?
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, because they were selling them just open to the public, and so, I mean, well, they had to do them. They had to do them cash there because they needed cash for Big Louie. I had lots of problems with Big Louie as a character. One, we never saw him. That really frustrated me. Like even just in the limousine or something, I needed something.
You see him like the Dr. Claw angle.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, like from Inspector Gadget, the Dr. Claw, and he unscrews his hand with the cigar and puts on the butcher knife and then chops the salami. Yeah, that's really the only angle you see.
Which I'm curious why he did that. Did he do that to intimidate the uncle? Because like the uncle wouldn't have known that he was chopping salami. They weren't on a video call.
I would imagine that he did it purely for the intimidation factor of the sound. Because if you see the chunk of salami that he actually took off, that was a huge chunk of salami. He's not making a sandwich with that.
Yeah, that was bigger than the jaw can handle.
Yeah. Speaking of salami, I was making a pasta salad a couple of weeks ago, and I had to go to the deli. I like to put salami in my pasta salad. You want to cube it up, right? So I went to the deli, and I held up, like, I wanted my salami sliced, like, half an inch thick. I was like, can you just give me, like, 3, like, half-inch slices of salami? And the girl at the deli looked at me like, why? What are you doing with this? I'm sure she probably imagined me making some like stupid sandwich. And I was like, no, I'm going to take it home and like cube it up and put it in my pasta salad. She goes, oh, okay, that makes sense. She goes, let me make sure that the cutter can cut something that thick. And I'm like, it can.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say,
if not, just take the brick of salami and just give me like an 1.5 inch chunk of it. Whatever.
It really bothers me when anyone questions what I want in a store. Like especially if it's either grocery store or like home, like Home Depot or something. Or I'm like, can you tell me where this is? Well, what are you using it for? Well, that's really none of your business. I really just need you to tell me where it is.
Yeah.
I'm probably using it for some sort of cosplay, but I really don't want to stand here and have to explain to you why I'm using this.
Yeah.
That's true. Just let us buy our stuff and like don't question it. You know? I'm not like it's not like I'm making a bomb with the salami. You know?
Salami bomb was my nickname in high school.
Salami bomb. Oh my God. Okay.
I want to add one more little issue. I like to air my grievances when I talk about movies. With Big Louie, so for some reason the uncle got into $75,000 of debt without even knowing that he was he didn't even bet on really any horses. You don't lose extra money when your horses lose. You just lose the money that you put in. How did he not know that he dropped $75,000? Does that bother anybody else but me?
No, that bothers me.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
I don't think Al really intended people to look into it that much. It's just like, oh man, if something bad could happen, what could it be? Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I'm a stickler for like sticking to like reality, or whatever the reality that they present, which granted has some interesting things to it.
But nobody would have an issue with a TV show where a kid gets pummeled with a fire hose.
No, I'd watch the heck out of that.
Do you have issue with Philo being an alien?
No, I like that. That worked out just fine.
Right.
Yeah.
So then, like, it's some sort of supernatural thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
In their universe, you bet and you lose hard, so you lose extra money. So that's it.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean, okay, things that you take issue with. I have an issue with Raoul's Wild Kingdom when he throws the poodles out the window.
That was my favorite TV section. I thought we were gonna. I was like totally like, oh, let's talk about our favorite TV sections. Mine, Raoul. He's awesome.
Well, I like that section. I mean, there's some like badgers. We don't need those stinking badgers.
The turtles are
I've gotta tell you this.
nature's suction cup.
I showed that we watched this with my family. For the record, I'd never seen it before.
Oh,
So
wow.
yesterday was my first time seeing it. My wife has seen it before, and she thought that the kids could watch it. Two things. My son laughed for 5 minutes straight at that stupid Badgers joke.
He doesn't even know what it's from.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
He's heard that context before.
Okay.
And every 15 to 20 minutes, my son went, "This is the greatest movie I've ever seen. This is the greatest movie I've ever seen." And I have to say, if I had watched this movie by myself, I probably wouldn't have anything good to say about it. But since both of my children laughed their butts off the entire time, I had a much more fun time watching it.
Well, that's
And
great.
I think at the end, I was expecting to be like, "Oh God, I'll never watch that again." But at the end, I was like, you know what? If the kids are with me, I'd watch it again. So
There you go.
And this is in the podcast where your viewers realize that the younger brother is really the smartest one, who's loved and owned UHF since college, probably for at least over a decade, maybe 2 decades. I loved this movie and owned it. So, yeah. Even though I have no kids to show it to, I still watch it, and I have the same about maturity level as your kid, so it kind of works out.
That's fair. I mean,
some would say less.
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. And actually, this is getting so confusing for me because much like a 3-bedroom house, this show has 2 Johns right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
You can call me Big John.
Big John. I'm just gonna call because I'm just gonna call my John. So my John.
There you go.
Well, John, you sent me a beautiful little Snapchat yesterday when you were watching this movie with your daughter. Now she's obviously not old enough to understand any of it, but explain.
Okay, so there were 2 little instances or little snippets that I sent to you. So the first one was I just put the Blu-ray into the player, and the Blu-ray menu is going on, and the background music of it is the UHF song, and my daughter's just standing in front of the TV like dancing to the song. I had to let it go and like get it on video because it's like, yeah, she's dancing to Weird Al. And then like I start the movie and she climbs up onto the couch, but not only does she climb onto the couch that I'm sitting on, she climbs onto this windowsill that's right behind me and lays down on it because it's got a pretty good depth to it.
Mm-hmm.
So she lays on it and she's just like laying on her side watching the TV like entranced. And so like she's like, oh my God. It was during the Indiana Jones section at the beginning where he's daydreaming. I think that scene holds up like really well, but only because the Indiana Jones movies were so successful.
Yeah.
If those Indiana Jones movies weren't as successful as they were, I don't think that scene would hold up nearly as well.
That to me, that's a perfect segue to what I think this movie does stronger than a lot of other films and just comedies in general is it does that bait and switch comedy where you're expecting one thing and then it gives you another. Like it's perfectly with the Indiana Jones thing. He's letting the sand go to pick up the Oscar or the idol, whatever that kind of thing, and he's like, screw it, and he just grabs it and walks off.
Yeah,
funny. Similar kind of thing where the homeless guy comes in. He's like, oh, change. And then he got any change, and then he gives him change for $1. That's funny. That's comedy. And this movie does it sets it up perfectly multiple times, and every time, even I would say, even the second time I watched it, even though I knew this other thing was gonna come, it was still funny because it's against what my brain is used to, and I loved that.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, there's still there's a solid story to it, but what I do like so much about this movie is that it cuts to so many other things that are, jokes sort of throughout it, and I think it was so brilliant to have a Weird Al movie about a TV station, because he got to kind of play with little visual gags and little movie parodies and kind of do all of that and have it be part of the movie that we remember. Like, I don't know, can you see my t-shirt? It's Spatula City.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
We sell spatulas, and that's all. And,
What's a better way to say I love you than with the gift of a spatula?
My, what a beautiful spatula.
Where did you get it?
Spatula City, we sell spatulas, and that's all. But
Is that your favorite of the commercials, of the parody commercials, or the fake ones?
Yeah, because every time I go for a spatula, whether I say it out loud or not, I go Spatula City, Spatula City.
Yeah. I'm always been partial to I'll club a seal to get you that deal or whatever.
Yeah.
He said, Crazy Eddie. He's Crazy Eddie.
Yeah.
I'll club a seal.
He's got the seal just like wagging right next to him. He's like, I'll kill this thing to make sure you get a car in the next hour. It's funny. It's funny.
It is funny. Yeah, all the little bits, but only 2 of the little bits actually made it onto the UHF soundtrack. I just listened to the soundtrack, and the only 2 that are on the soundtrack is Gandhi 2 and Spatula City.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Yeah.
The Gandhi one didn't. I mean, that was meh in my opinion.
I kept waiting for something else, like for something more. Like I was waiting for him to say something related to God. Like they didn't go Gandhi enough for me. Like I was waiting for him to like say something spiritual or something, but it was just like they just like took a 70s cop show and just replaced Gandhi with it. So that one didn't land for me.
Gotcha.
No more Mr. Passive Resistance.
Yeah.
Well,
I think just the visual.
I'll have a steak, medium rare.
Okay, that part did make me laugh.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I'll have a steak, medium rare. And
Hey, Baldy!
Hey, Baldy. Yeah, so I don't know why he picked only those 2 to put on the soundtrack, because then there's some like garbage songs on the UHF soundtrack that I think it would have been better if he just had more of the little bits in it.
Yeah.
I loved Conan the Librarian.
Yeah, that one is funny. That one is very funny.
He's really clever.
Now their Conan wasn't buff enough for me. I'm a big Arnold fan, and so that Arnold that they got was very doughy, and I was not happy. I really wanted something a little bit more man meat.
They had to find somebody who could work
gotta
scale.
think of the budget of the movie, though.
Hey, exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Saying.
well, I mean, they could have pulled. There is that scene, right, where Weird Al is essentially Rambo, and he's got the
he looked better, more ripped. He looked more toned, even though it was all rubber. But still,
and fake. I mean, that I have a hard time suspending my disbelief with that one. Like when he bends over and you see like the wrinkles in the rubber suit of muscles.
Yeah.
That's fun. But yeah, I mean, they could have, I guess, put a man meat suit on Conan the Librarian, and that would have been okay.
Yeah.
Don't you know the Dewey Decimal System?
Well, I don't think anybody does now. I teach college, and I was having to explain to my students. We were doing a project where we're talking about they're kind of having to take field notes about a place that's relevant to their field of study and kind of the history of that place and, how it's been updated throughout the years and things like that. The example I used was a library. And I said, 20, 25 years ago, you'd go to the library and how would you look something up? And like the room was crickets because they had no idea about the card catalog.
The filing card system. Yeah.
Old school. And I said, and there would be 3 different cards for every single book, one by title, one by author, and one by where it is in the Dewey Decimal System, subject matter. So like you could find one book in 3 places. So it's not like going to the computer and typing it in. And, it's an in-person class, but everybody's wearing their masks because that's what we have to do. So I couldn't see like mouths agape, but I could see eyes like wide, like what? That's how libraries worked? Like, yeah, that's how libraries worked. And so I said, I actually stood up in front of my class and I said, "Don't you know the Dewey Decimal System?"
None of them.
None of them. None of them. And I mean, I was laughing to myself in my brain because I was like, I just quoted UHF at them and nobody got it.
Yeah.
I taught high school for 4 years, and that my entire life was me making references to movies they'd never seen and didn't get.
It's sad, and it makes you feel not necessarily old, but it also just kind of makes you like, what are they watching now? You know, like what is this next crop of people going to be? You know, and I appreciate people like the Johns here sharing these beautiful nuggets of, you know, the culture that was and it should still be with their children. Like, I love that your kids were like, this is the best movie I've ever seen. That makes me feel good, and it gives me a little bit of hope for people. I don't know why, but I you know, everybody should watch this movie.
I thought you were gonna cry. I seriously thought she was gonna cry right there.
I might. I did a
There's
bonus.
Still time.
I have cried on this show before.
Yeah.
I almost cried when I was. I did an episode with Chris Hollister, and I started talking about how Weird Al's my hero, and I got a little choked up, and Chris is like, "Oh."
Which can we take a minute to thank Chris, and we love Chris. Chris is the reason that we're even really on this podcast, because he was on our podcast and he was like, he did an episode of ours where we talked about Transformers, and Dare to Be Stupid is on the Transformers soundtrack, which doesn't make any sense, and it shouldn't be on that soundtrack at all. It really is. I love Dare to Be Stupid. It makes no sense being on the Transformers soundtrack. We had a big fight. We had a blow up, and he won't talk to me anymore. But besides that, he said, I want you to go on to the Beard Owl podcast because I understand that you are a fan. And so he got this going. So thank you, Chris Hollister. We appreciate you.
Yeah. You know, there are two people in the world that I feel like don't legitimately get angry and are forgiving in most ways. And those two people are Weird Al Yankovic and Chris Hollister.
Yeah.
So I'm having a hard time suspending, again, my disbelief that Chris would not forgive you.
No, we're all good. I'm just.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't imagine Chris fighting with anybody, and I can't imagine Weird Al fighting with anybody either. They're just both like two really, really sweet fellas.
Yeah, because even when like Coolio came at him, Weird Al was like, "I'm sorry, I thought everything was okay," and Coolio's just like, "Man, sucker, sucker." He didn't say that, but you know what I mean. He was angry. But Weird Al was just like genuinely in shock that all of that didn't go down as smooth as he thought it was going to.
Yeah, you know, and I think I've mentioned this on an episode at some point before, but the Weird Al the episode of Behind the Music, the part where he talks about the whole beef with Coolio, like you can see how that like really shook him to his core. Really shook him to his core. Yeah. And you know, I don't know.
Coolio was just mad that his version was more popular than Coolio's was.
Exactly. When I hear those first couple beats, I'm sorry, Coolio. I think Amish, baby. I go straight to Pennsylvania.
That's where you go. I was this was probably almost a year ago. I was working out at the gym with my trainer, and we were alone in the training room. So she was like, "Oh, nobody else is here. I could put some music on." And so she like threw on her workout playlist, and it had Gangsta's Paradise on it. And so I'm there. I'm doing some kind of like curls and things like that. And like I'm out loud going, "As I walk through the valley where I harvest my grain, I take a look at my wife." And my trainer looks at me and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry. This is Weird Al."
Yeah. Exactly. He owns that now.
Which, I mean, Coolio sampled that from like a 1970s song anyway, so.
Yeah, fair enough.
Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, that's right. Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
Oh, can I tell my Weird Al story?
Please. I want it.
So,
you're weird, Warren.
My wife never gets starstruck. In 2007, we were actually lucky enough to go to the Grammys.
Oh, wow.
And so we were there like the whole day. We saw the pre-Grammys that don't get taped, and then we saw the Grammys. Then we went to one of the after parties. So 2 times during that time, she got starstruck. One when we were at the pre-Grammys, it's a singer.
John Bon Jovi.
No.
Seal.
It's like Frank Sinatra. It's Tony
Bennett.
Yeah, Tony Bennett. Yeah. Tony Bennett walked by, and she got all flick-clamped when he walked by. And then at the after party, we're standing in front of the stage. It wasn't a terribly busy after party. I mean, it was a busy one, but it wasn't packed. And we're standing in front of the stage. Shaka Khan is on stage singing with Chick Corea playing piano. So I'm standing there. I'm already like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. And all of a sudden I feel a tug at my shirt. And it's my wife. She goes, look who's next to me. And it was Weird Al. He was standing right next to us.
Cool.
Did he talk to you?
No. We were way too. I would have gone on stage to talk to Shaka Khan in the middle of her set before I would have talked to Weird Al.
Really?
I was that nervous.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he does that. I've also told this story before, but when I did the VIP thing with Weird Al, I was so overwhelmed that I didn't say anything to him that I had planned on saying, and my memory of that day ends as soon as I got my picture taken with him. And yeah, I mean, he can do that to people. I do remember that I guess I looked really overwhelmed, and he asked if I was okay. So he cared about my well-being for a split second. So I have that going for me, that at some point Weird Al was like, "Are you okay?"
You'll always have that, Lauren. Maybe life is in the gutters, and you're homeless. You're asking for change for $1, but you know what? Weird Al felt sorry for you one time.
Yeah, he cared. He cared about me for a minute there, which was, okay, wonderful, beautiful time. Gosh. So the people in UHF. Let's talk about some of the people that actually show up in this movie, because the cast is actually packed with some pretty good folks.
It's incredible. It's incredible.
Fran Drescher.
Yes. Okay. Starting off with Fran Drescher, the nanny. She became a huge 90s sitcom star.
Yeah.
Definitely before that. Yeah. She was good. She did solid. I mean, small parts for most people besides a couple, but
right.
She's solid.
And she wasn't really leaning into that Fran Drescher voice for this.
Yes. Yeah.
Thankfully.
And I felt like her character did a pretty good job, like as the newscaster kind of out there. I'm like, you know what? I would watch her on the news, I guess. I have no real problem with that.
Yeah, she did fine.
Yeah.
She did fine.
She sounded less annoying in this than she did in The Nanny.
Yeah, wholeheartedly.
100%. And then Victoria Jackson, who I think sounded more annoying than Fran Drescher in this movie.
Yeah, she did. And Victoria Jackson's known for her terrible, annoying, nasally voice as well.
Yeah.
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 But she was good. I liked her on SNL. I mean, she had a short stint on SNL, but I enjoyed her on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was good, and I liked her very much in this movie. I think she was a good girlfriend for George in this film. She's the kind of person that I believe would be with a George.
Mm-hmm.
She was still better than him, significantly better than him. Like, he was actually at the very beginning of the film, he was a turd, and he deserved to get dumped really hard. And so I was not rooting for him. I was actually rooting for her probably at the beginning of the film. So, but yeah, but now you could tell you kind of were slowly warmed back up to him, because of how much he was sending her flowers and chocolates and stuff like that. And then he obviously really cared about her, and he kept pushing for that. But at first he obviously didn't push that back because, he was late early on. And then, when he lost his job, he really kind of just shrugged it off when she actually really cared and wanted to talk about it. He's like, oh, mashed potatoes. And that's that. I mean, granted, mashed potatoes do that to me as well. I love them.
Yeah, they can be your friends.
Yeah.
Do you create a giant mound of mashed potatoes on your plate that looks like a plateau?
I wish. The problem is when mashed potatoes are in front of me, the mound goes straight into my mouth. It's just like constant. Yeah.
Yep. That's exactly how it works. But yeah, to that whole point, right? Weird Al's character of George kind of had to love himself first. And you could tell he didn't really care about much at the beginning of the movie. Yep. He had a string of dead-end jobs that weren't really taking him anywhere. So what could he do? And then he had this, TV station kind of fall into his lap, and he made something of it. So he was making something of himself. So then he could then be the partner that Terry sort of deserved.
I would say, when it comes down to it, UHF is a love story between a man and a mop. really.
Oh
Love
yeah,
story.
absolutely. Yeah. The turning point for me of the movie, I mean, the first half of the movie, it was difficult for me to watch because it's a lot of bringing everybody down. It's really hard to like think of anything but like, oh man, I feel sorry for that guy. I feel sorry. But the turning point, Stanley Spadowski gets on there and he starts describing life like a mop. And the cathartic moment, one of my favorite lines of the entire movie. Hey, these floors are dirty as hell, and I'm not gonna take it anymore.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh my god, like he gets on there and he's just like, man, just grab life by the mop and clean it up.
You know, you get some hair and some dirt in there, and you just gotta wring it out. You just gotta get it out, and like just out of these floors. Yeah, yeah, and I love
Sometimes
that.
these floors are too dirty and the mop isn't good enough. You gotta get down there with the toothbrush and scrub it out. Sometimes that's not good enough. These floors are dirty as hell, and I'm not gonna take it anymore.
Oh, it's good stuff. And this doesn't necessarily bother me, but he kind of broke into a kids show, you know.
Yeah.
And then why are a bunch of people in a bar watching this kids show?
Right.
That's
It
the
might
world
be
they live
one
in.
of those
Yeah.
those situations where they might not have been able to get any other station on those TVs at the bar.
Maybe,
Yeah.
but
But I mean, word of mouth spreads pretty quick in that town, and they
Apparently.
and they, they just found out this guy was being ridiculous on screen, and it goes off. Yeah, I gotta mention. I mean, Michael Richards, his physical humor. Everybody mostly knows him from Kramer. If you want to hear me talk about more of him as Kramer, listen to Cartwright, a Seinfeld podcast, my third podcast that I do, not with my brother, but with someone else. Sorry for the plug.
no,
but
take the plug.
Michael Richards' physical humor and physical comedy, the way he just moves, the way he just physically shakes and just hemorrhages or whatever he's doing.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
it adds
his
so much comedy.
bodily movements. Like,
Yes.
yeah. Even with the hairstyle,
Yeah.
especially as Kramer, but like it really comes out. But like the head movements and then the hair keeps moving.
Exactly.
But then it like springs right back to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
just got that movement going on. That's it's great for physical comedy.
It's great but I think, if you want to kind of compare Michael Richards in this movie to his work on Seinfeld, I think he gets to show a little bit more like facial expressions in this as Stanley Spadowski than he does as Kramer. Because Stanley has some amazing faces where, I think of the bit where he's got the train engineer hat on and he's just kind of like coming up and he kind of shakes his head a little bit and he's like, huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, things are exploding
Yeah.
around him. Whoa. Yeah. I agree. Absolutely.
You don't get much of that with Kramer. You get some good faces with Kramer, but he got to show his face a lot more in this particular movie.
Yeah.
That was really good. And so let's think about the U62 TV shows, because they had some pretty interesting original programming, and the schedule board when they're trying to put it together.
That is like, you could probably watch this movie multiple times and still get something new out of that board each time, because there are so many different puns in there.
Yeah, and I think I would need to like freeze frame it and like just really, really look at it to get some of the stuff off of it. But I would be remiss if I didn't bring up Wheel of Fish.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Red snapper.
Oh, very tasty. Yeah, I mean, it had elements of Money Hall.
Yeah, let's make a deal.
Yeah, let's make a deal with the old what's in the box. But they just they turn it on its head. Again, something that you're expecting. There's going to be something in the box. What is it? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Stupid. You're so stupid. Now, why in any reason is he wearing his karate gi on that show?
Or Wheel of Fish. Yeah, they don't go together. But
I think it's just a callback to like, this is the guy from their upstairs apartment. Like, it's the dojo guy.
Yeah. Maybe that's just what he has. Maybe he has to teach a karate class like right after.
Yeah, maybe.
And just for scheduling purposes.
I think he doesn't wear anything else, probably.
Yeah,
every
he's
time
very
you see
into
him, he's
karate.
wearing that.
Yeah. I mean, they are terribly comfortable, so.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh God, I just love it.
I'd love if he shows up in the 3rd season of Cobra Kai. If that comes out and then Cooney shows up and then he beats up both Daniel and Johnny, that would be the best thing ever. Just throwing that out there.
Only if he pops out of the supplies closet.
Yeah, supplies.
I do that too. Anytime I see a supply closet, oh my God, I was in it's when I first started this job. That's right. So this was probably 10 years ago. So it was like my first like actual, office job. And we had the, supply closet that had, the printer paper and all that stuff. And my boss asked me, she's like, hey, Lauren, can you go into the supply closet and get something? And I looked at my boss and I was like, supplies. And it's a wonder I'm still employed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I do that kind of stuff all the time. Being here in Florida, we have different seasons for different types of fish. So I know a lot of people that will go out on their boats into the ocean, and there's like a like 2 or 3 weekends where it's red snapper season. And so then social media is just basically a string of red snappers. And I have to physically stop myself from commenting on every single one of them. Red snapper, very tasty. Yeah. Because I would have no friends.
Right.
No.
Can I just go into how disgusting that wheel looks as it's spinning?
It's like, all the fish are flopping.
Fish are flopping. It's gross, man. Like I thought that some of the heads were gonna fall off at some point. Like that was just gross.
It's got a smell too.
Oh, it's gotta.
But Cooney did a great job. I mean, I thought he was so fun, so energetic. Getty Watanabe, who plays Long Duck Dong on 16 Candles, if I remember.
Yeah.
He was fun. Man, he was fun on this movie.
Yeah, he absolutely was. And one of the other shows that we've touched on a little bit, Raoul's Wild Kingdom. The actor that played Raoul actually passed away in a car accident before UHF was even completed.
Oh wow!
So we would have gotten more Raoul.
Maybe.
No, we would have. I did a little bit of digging into this. There was they had to kind of shift some like points around for different parts of the movie that Raoul was supposed to do.
Okay. Well, because I wanted more Raoul. I'm not gonna lie. Raoul's Wild Kingdom was funny, and I was like, what else is he gonna do? When he shook up those ants, oh my God!
They're really mad now.
I was dying.
That scene legitimately made my daughter angry.
Oh yeah, she loves animals.
She loves animals. She was so mad. I'd never seen her that mad at a movie before.
Does she know that poodles they might fly in that universe? Maybe they can typically fly. He just got duds. You know what? That's it.
Maybe. I mean, because again, in that universe, Weird Al's aunt can pinch his cheek and the skin stretch.
True.
So
we're gonna go into the multiverse of UHF. All right, this is gonna be a 7-part podcast. This is gonna be great.
Okay, what can and cannot happen in the UHF universe? What is real? Can poodles fly? Mm-hmm. How elastic is human flesh? What?
Yeah, that makes sense. I do wish we had a little bit more because it was so quick early on with those little bits, and then so like coming back to it later would have kind of would have solidified it a little bit more, but we didn't. We got those 2 little bits, the Badgers one and then the first part, but like wrapping it up with one extra little scene would have been like, okay, cool. Raoul's Wild Kingdom is really a part of this world, but it just kind of felt fleeting at that point.
And that's why, because I mean, if you think about it, right, we get the oh my God, what's his name? We were just talking about who's the karate guy?
Cooney.
We get Cooney 3 times at least. We see him in his apartment at first, and we see Wheel of Fish, and then we see supplies. Yeah. So we get all of that. So he did have that, like, I'm part of this. I'm helping kind of make things happen here that you don't get with Raoul.
Raoul throw like a badger on somebody, or throw an animal on somebody. That would have been great at the end as well if they could have added that. But I mean, I get it. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it was a car crash. He was 39.
Ooh.
And so the movie was actually dedicated to him.
John, aren't you 39?
Yeah, thanks.
Sorry, bad joke. He's my brother. He's not going to die. He's my brother.
Yeah.
That's my brother.
He's my brother. He'll be fine. Everything's good. Do you want to shift? I was going to say you want to shift beers. But do you want to
shift beers and talk about gears? I mean, you got a lot of different ratios.
There were two other people I wanted to bring up. Since we're talking about people.
Yeah.
One of them is Billy Barty, who played Noodles.
Noodles McIntosh.
Macintosh, not McIntyre. Macintosh.
Yeah. They make that joke in the thing that it's not McIntyre, it's Macintosh. Yeah. Macintosh.
But he's just he's a very good comedic little person actor. John and I remember him probably most from Masters of the Universe, where he played Gwildor, who was the little magical guy who made that thing. Yeah. That movie's terrible. If you've never seen Masters of the Universe, do not recommend.
I remember him more from Willow.
Yeah, he was good. He was like the
wizard guy.
Yes, he was the wizard guy from Willow.
The mentor for Willow.
Yeah. And then the other person who was the biggest, I've never wanted to punch someone. I wanted to punch my computer so hard. Every time R.J. Fletcher's son, Richard, came on, he was so annoying. But that was his whole point.
Yeah.
But Dad, Ma.
Well, he's aptly named Richard, right? Because he's a dick.
Yeah, that's fine. But he's probably what Richard III is. Dick 3 is probably my guess as well. Because there's RJ Senior. There's obviously RJ Junior, and then he's just goes by Richard. But he is a funny guy. He actually was in Pee-wee's Playhouse. He played the the genie guy, the floating head was what Jambi. Yes, that was him as well. So he does funny stuff, and as annoying as he was perfectly annoying and funny in this film as well. I really liked that.
Yeah, every one of these needed this movie definitely needed that snobby rich everything gets handed to me kind of guy, especially to act as a foil to George, who in all fairness got a TV station handed to him, but
a small loan of one TV station, and then he moved on from there. Sorry,
but made something of it. Whereas this young Dick Fletcher, he's just gonna have.
By the way, Dick Fletcher was my nickname at archery camp.
Just call him Little Dick.
Oh my God! Oh, Dick Fletcher.
That's a layered joke right there.
That is. There's layers to that. That's an onion of a joke.
Get out of my swamp.
Transition from that one, John.
That's gonna be tough. But so I have the 25th anniversary Blu-ray of UHF, and so I was watching some of the deleted scenes last night.
Oh.
And so there's one character that we haven't brought up yet, and he was only on for maybe even a minute, and that's Emo Phillips.
Yes.
There's a deleted. I don't know. There's a deleted scene, where they kind of had an alternate ending to his little bit where he cut off his thumb, and that's where he actually puts the severed thumb in his mouth, and he's like, I always tell my students to put it in your mouth until you can get to the hospital to get it sewn back on. Anyway, over here's the drill press. And he goes on, it's like, oh my God, that's disgusting. Why are you putting the thumb in your mouth? Oh boy. What a character Emo Phillips was.
Yeah.
Yeah. John, that was a really good Emo Phillips impression.
Oh, thanks. When we saw him live, when we saw Al live in Atlantic City, I got the Emo Phillips CD, and I listened to that a lot, and I kind of got that mental timbre in my head. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because Emo Phillips opened up for Weird Al on the Ill-Advised Vanity tour, and he did a comedy bit, and it was amazing.
A lot of the jokes were on that album, which was from the 80s or 90s. So it's a lot of reused material, but that's fine.
Yeah.
There was another deleted scene where it was actually a little love scene between Terry and Weird Al, where they Al is sitting in Terry's lap, just role reversal, what you would normally have. And so she's trying to cheer him up, and he kisses her weirdly on the neck, but then gives her a raspberry, and then they fall over off their chair. It was an interesting scene.
Sounds like a good cut.
No, there were a lot of good. The deleted scenes section on the Blu-ray was hosted by Weird Al, so he's making commentaries on them. He's like, a lot of these were good cuts to the movie. I wonder why we didn't keep that in.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing. Like, and then another note I just have on the movie in general is that I see a lot of inspiration taken from this movie into the Weird Al show. Because Terry was a dental hygienist, which is obviously referenced in the Weird Al show theme song. Like, so he has some sort of infatuation with dental hygienists.
Oh my God, John. Wow.
Is Terry the dental hygienist with the tater tot
Blew
for
her
him?
mind.
With a spatula tattooed on her arm?
On her arm.
Oh, wow.
But he didn't keep in touch and he lost her number. Then he got
That-
himself a job on the tater tot farm. And then he spent his life savings on split level cave 20 miles below the surface of the earth.
Of the earth.
Yeah, makes me mighty fine jelly bean and pickle sandwich for what it's worth.
Worth.
But like there's that, and then like in one of the deleted scenes there was some guy that was selling something. He's like, if you buy this for $10 now, you get a free chest x-ray on me. And it's like it reminded me of the one scene where Al's trying to raise money to get John Tesh to appear.
Yeah.
And he's like, if you buy this now, you get this for free. Like it just kind of it had the same kind of spatial thing in my brain.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, that's like the same kind of joke, just repurposed.
Yeah.
So I see a lot of inspiration taken from his writing UHF to a lot of the little snippets that you get in the Weird Al show.
That's really interesting. So
Mhm.
the Weird Al show is basically Uncle Nutsy's Funhouse come
Oh yeah.
life.
Oh yeah. Combine Pee-wee's Playhouse and Uncle Nutsy's. Yeah.
You get the Weird Al show. You just blew my mind with that. The dental
With the
hygienist
dental
thing.
hygienist.
I'm aghast. I am shook.
What blew my mind is how well you took down that blue beer. Like,
Dude,
it's
it's
so
gone.
blue. That
It's-
last little
it's
bit is so
gone.
blue.
It's so blue. Your poop is gonna be wild.
Dude. There's an ice cream shop that's not far from my house, and they make an ice cream called Cookie Monster, and the ice cream is blue, and it scares me the next day.
What's the name of the shop?
It's called Milk House Creamery.
Oh, okay. Because we have a one here that also does a Cookie Monster that is blue.
That's just wild and weird and wacky stuff. So John, now that you've finished your
Oh,
your
my
blue
goodness.
beer, how did you like it?
It was a long sipper. Like I don't think I could drink it any faster than I really just did because of how sweet and sour it is. But I'm looking for the alcohol percentage because I didn't say that before. 5%. It's very sour, very sweet. Tastes a lot of blue raspberry there, which is that artificial raspberry flavor, which a lot of people love. Yeah, Warheads were very, very nostalgic to me because I remember being in elementary school and like on the recess yard, the playground, Warheads were like a currency where like you would trade one flavor for like a certain number of others. Like green apple was the worst, so I would trade 2 green apples for 1 lemon or whatever. Like it was just like really it was a weird currency on the playground.
Yeah, Warheads and Pogs, they were the currency.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it was
Of my
the whole
generation.
group of people, like the kids who could handle the black warhead, and I was like, I'm not.
Oh
them.
yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I couldn't do it either. That was just too intense. That was
Yeah.
too much. But yeah, I really enjoyed this conversation, and I feel far enough removed from that Twinkie Wiener Sandwich that I can now say that it hasn't made me ill yet.
That's good.
I don't think that's gonna sit right in my stomach with the beer that I just drank.
Yeah,
Oh.
the blue beer and all the artificial colors and sweeteners
my
in your body
gosh.
right now.
Yeah. It's
Tie-dye
no good.
crap.
Especially with this easy cheese that has no need to refrigerate.
Exactly.
Made
Never.
with real cheese. Like
Not even after you open it.
Yeah.
Right.
the
It's
weirdest
a cheddar pasteurized cheese snack.
Like,
Exactly. They can't even say real cheese. I mean, it is
No.
a pasteurized cheese snack and not
Yeah,
like
it's a
real cheese.
However, it is an excellent source of calcium.
The Leaning Tower of Cheese. There's a little
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goofy movie reference for y'all.
Goofy movie.
Pauly Shore. Good times.
Oh, nothing like xanthan gum.
Yes. Well, it thickens things up. That's what it needed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God. All right, people. Do we feel like we've sufficiently celebrated Weird Al's birthday?
I hope so.
I think so.
I love me some Weird Al.
I do too.
Absolutely.
And I hope he's having a wonderful birthday. So I'm just going to send that out into the universe. Happy birthday, Weird Al.
Oh, happy birthday, Weird Al.
Happy birthday, Weird Al.
Yay, we love you.
We're gonna
Happy birthday.
eat a lot of broccoli and
Happy
drink a lot of
birthday
beer.
to you.
Yeah. So, John and Adam, do you have anything you'd like to, say to close things up? About, you talked in the beginning. Anything you want to say here at the end?
I'll say if you're ever on the West Coast, because I don't know if they distribute out to the east. If you're at a 7-Eleven and need to get real in and out real quick, the Firestone Walker 805 Ale, very solid. I'm on my third right now, so I'm feeling good. That mixed with the Twinkie Wiener. That's why I'm on my third.
Twinkie Winker was my nickname in elementary
Yeah,
school.
there you go. Elementary school. Twinkie Winker. Anyway, it's good stuff. This has been fantastic.
Oh, good. I've had a great time. This is so much
Yeah.
fun. We're gonna put a pin in this one from all of us here at the Beard Owl podcast. Well, blah 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 blah. I'd like to thank you for listening to this amazing UHF episode. I am still Lauren.
I'm still John.
And John and Adam, are you still yourselves?
We switched bodies when you went.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
Philo came down and he was just shot a little ray between us, and then we swapped.
Wow, that's wild because you still you still sound like yourself from what I'm seeing.
So John,
when you
how
swap
does it
bodies,
feel
you
to
don't
not
swap
have a
vocal
beard
cords.
anymore?
Just so
Right.
you know.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Hey John, how does it feel to not have a beard anymore?
Freeing. I think I should shave the other guy's beard just because he would really like it, knowing just how
Oh,
free it
no.
is.
Oh,
Right?
boy.
Right, Adam? Huh?
I think I should try harder to grow a beard on my own.
It's very patchy, though, I think. We don't share those same genetics, I think.
Some can and some can't. See, my brother John can grow a beard, but I can't, so it's fine.
Just try harder.
What's in a name?
I believe in you, Lauren. I believe in you.
Oh, give me about, I don't know, give me about 50 years. I'll have a nice goatee somewhere. It'll happen. It'll happen.
Yeah.
All right. Enough about facial hair. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll catch you next time, people. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye now. Bye.
Bye.